What's going on YouTube? Thank you for checking back in with another TDH upload. We are finally getting all unpacked and comfortable in our new place, the TDH 2.0 if you guys want to call it that. We're coming on 5 years being together as a small YouTube channel, and we're slowly working our way to 20,000 subscribers. I know I don't really upload a ton of things that a lot of people want to see, and it seems like it's pretty redundant with all my uploads, so I do apologize. And we're going to be back at the CA nonsense because that's what we're doing today. As usual, I'm rambling on about this damn car of mine that seems like no one's really interested in, but I love it and I'm obsessed with it, so I'm going to keep documenting stuff. As you guys can see, there's an elbow here on the turbo. This is an SR elbow, factory SR elbow. I'm going to be modifying it and cleaning it up to use it as a hood dump. Probably shave this flange off, get rid of this EGR nonsense, and fill in the little hole for the O2 sensor, and probably move it up to a different location or something, or just not even run an O2 sensor at all right now. It's a stock CA on a stock ECU, so I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. I didn't run one on my last one, and yeah, that's that. But I'm not going to ramble about that guy. I did get some coupe glass. I actually have 3 pieces. I have 2 driver sides and then a passenger side. I scooped these up from Michael Kelly, the same guy that I got my hatch glass from in one of my last uploads. And then we have these guys that came from Australia. I think I might have shown you guys these in the last upload or 2 uploads ago, but these are for my head sumps. I had them shipped in from Nick Murray. If you're a CA guy, you're pretty familiar with that. He's from Australia, and he makes these guys so that they replace the freeze plugs in the back of the head. So they'll sit right here. That way I can sump my head and allow all the gases that get trapped up inside the head that cause all the oil pooling issues in the back of the CA. That'll relieve it and allow the oil to flow freely down the head on the exhaust side rather than pooling up, and it'll reach back down to the sump. And yeah, I hopefully get rid of all those pooling issues and the catch can filling up super fast with oil for no reason while I'm on the limiter and stuff. So we're going to be installing those guys. I got to get them frozen in the freezer so that way we can get these ones out and then tap them in with a block of wood. Shouldn't be that hard of a job, but that's on the agenda. And then I'd like to swing the CA into the drift car and get it mounted up to make sure that the top mount is going to clear the strut tower, and then how it's going to look against the brakes. I know I don't have brakes in the car right now, but I do want to get a general idea of what I'm working with, and if I need to hang the manifold up a little bit more. I did have a block of wood sitting up in between here that was holding the manifold up. Let me see if I can do it here without breaking stuff. It's got a little bit of weight, but I had it moved up just a little bit. But that's kind of the game plan. I want to see where it sits inside the car. So we're on 3 minutes of me rambling as usual. I'm always talking in these damn videos, so without further ado, let's get started. Alright guys, as you can see, I was able to get one of the freeze plugs out. I'm going to try to show you what I did on this guy on the other one. So I was just simply starting to tap it in until it turned sideways. Once it started turning sideways, is when I kind of started mangling it up a little bit. Alright guys, so once I've knocked the freeze plug out, I just use a magnet and kind of feed it through, and then some vice grips, and you can wiggle it right out once you get it in place there. So it can be a little bit of a fight, but just try not to damage up the inside where the freeze plugs sit. And other than that, guys, it's pretty straightforward. So there we go, guys. No freeze plugs are in there. You can see both head studs. And then I've put the AN fittings in the freezer. That way they'll shrink up a little bit. And then I'm going to put a little bit of sealant on these guys and then tap them in with a mallet and a piece of wood. So let's see if I can set you guys up somewhere so you can see this. Hopefully knock this stuff in here. Alright guys, so what I'm going to be doing is just putting a little bit of this sealant here for oil inside of the fittings. Not going crazy with it, just putting a little bit on there, that way it has something to seal against. Just making sure that we don't have any other leaks. Got our new AN fitting in the freezer for a little bit. get it to try to shrink up, and then I'm just going to lightly try to tap it into the back of the head. Once I start getting it to set in there, I'm going to grab a 2x4 and then lightly tap that and try to get it to sink in. Alrighty guys, head sumps are in there. Got a little bit of the sealer around here just to be safe. No oil will be flowing through this, it'll just be gases. Oil will be pooling up in the back of the head, hopefully relieving all the crankcase pressure that gets pushed up into the head that pulls the oil up here. This is supposed to relieve that pressure back into the block and allow the oil to drain freely down through those oil ports in the head. So got those guys in there. Now that this is all good to go, I'm going to bolt up the cam covers and stuff, get the chain ready, and swing it into the engine bay and see how this manifold fits in there and how we're looking. Just in time, guys. I was going to film me getting the engine in the car. I had to push the 240 out into the driveway and then obviously move the cherry picker and stuff out there, because the ground right here is really shitty. I was fighting the rain. I had to get it in time. So as you guys can see, the engine is in there. The whole reason I'm dropping the engine in here is to mock up this top mount turbo that I've done here. As you can see, the flange itself is hitting the strut tower, but this flange will not be on there. It's getting cut off. All this is getting cleaned up and stuff. So I just wanted to see where this was going to be sitting and how it would sit with the brakes. So once I get a master cylinder and a brake booster, I'll really be able to know what I need to shave, if I need to push this up anymore, or just figure out what I need to do with it. So this is the general idea right now, guys. I'm definitely going to have to cut the tubs out though. Alright, sorry about that. I wanted to put the rest of the turbo together there so you guys can see what I'm talking about. This is going to be coming up to the intercooler, so this will probably have to be cut out because the turbo's already clocked, and obviously this is for the intake. I can shave this back and re-angle this, and put it over here, but this one's going to be a little catchy. I might be able to weld an immediate 45 or 90 degree flange on the face of the turbo, because the only time I'm going to use the turbos, honestly, with this build. And down the road, I would like to go with a bigger one, but this is just for, fun, shits and giggles while I'm just trying to get the car together and stuff. So that about wraps it up for what I want to do today in this video. I'm sure I'm going to add something more, and if I don't, it'll be a short upload. But let me show you guys here. The engine is in there. I've got the flange cut off, the exhaust dump pipe here, so this will be sitting up out of the hood. I need to figure out what I'm going to be doing for my brakes, but she's in there, guys. She is in there. So once I figure all that out about my brakes and stuff, I'll probably get to welding this guy up, cut the fourth runner there that I need to weld in, and the exhaust will be just about set. From there, I'm going to have to trim out the wheel wells, obviously stitch weld all along all these seams, and all down here and then all along here. I probably want to do the same for the back, stitch weld all along back here, but I'll probably hold off until I get some dry ice so I can get all of the sound deadening stuff out of there. But that is about that for the mock-up, and I've got a general idea of what I need to do. So we're finally moving forward on this guy after this whole move and getting everything settled. And little by little, guys, we should be back out there on the track here soon. Got to order my conversion mounts for the Sylvia lights. I already pulled off the pop-up ones. They're up there by the TV. And then I got to get the metal brackets that replace where the OEM ones broke, because I don't think I'm going to try to glue these back on, to be honest with you, because they always crack and fail again. And the ones I found online look really cool, and they should do the job. So that is all in the future, guys. Once I figure out what I'm doing from there, I'll obviously break out my camera and start filming for you guys. So If I don't add anything on, this is going to be the end of it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, please go back and watch all of our different playlists, all the different things we've done on the channel. We're coming up on 5 years running this channel, so there's a ton of stuff for you guys to check out. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate all your support and love. Other than that, guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, drop a comment, let me know how you're doing, and I'll see you guys in the next upload. Later.